Welcome to Saturday Night Live Art Shows. My name is Marianne Benoit, and I'm an energy artist and interior designer in Seward, Alaska. And tonight I wanted to introduce you to a new piece of art I've created, which is called Precision. It's basically a portrait of a goshawk, as you can see on the wall behind me in this interior design or e-design that I created using this piece of art in this room. So I want to tell you a little story about the background for this piece. And my first question to you is, have you ever been attacked by a hawk? And especially one that is known for not messing around and can take a piece of your scalp off if you're not careful. So I worked as a wildlife biologist for over 30 years, and probably 20 plus years of that was in Alaska, and another 10 plus years of that was in Arizona. And in both of these places, I did goshawk surveys. And so the point of those was to go hike out in the woods and do these surveys and try to find goshawk nest sites in order to protect them, because once we knew where the tree was, that way we could make sure that if there was any kind of a project happening, that that tree would not get cut down or that habitat around the nest site wouldn't be disturbed. And so to do these surveys, I would hike around in the forest and play these calls, goshawk calls, on these tape recorders. And the point was that if there was a goshawk nearby, we would do it in the nesting season. Then the goshawk would hear it and respond, and then we would use a compass and try to navigate our way to wherever we heard the bird. And once you hear something, then you hopefully will be able to find the nest. Now, the problem lies in the fact that once you find the nest, if the mother is there, they can be extremely protective of their young, in which case they will try to often swoop down and nab you in the top of their head, top of your head with their talons, which can actually take a piece of your scalp right off if you are not protected. What was funny is I'd been doing these surveys for 25 plus years, and I'd always heard stories about people, other people going out in the field doing the surveys and getting attacked by these birds, and I never had it happen to me. So I always thought, oh, the goshawk, they can feel my energy. They know I don't mean them any harm, and so they're okay with me being there, and they're not going to attack me. So I never had it happen until the very last survey that I ever did. It was right before I retired from doing this kind of work, which was about 4 to 5 years ago. And it was my very last survey that I ever did. And I found, I heard the bird, found the nest. I see a couple babies sitting up there. And then the mom comes over, and she was like not having any of it. And she started swooping me and trying to attack my head. And she was so persistent. It was just unbelievable. Luckily, I had a hard hat on, but it took me probably an hour or more to get like 300 feet away from this nest to the point where she would have stopped attacking me. So, I would move from tree to tree and hide behind the tree. And every time I just go 5 feet to the next tree, she'd swoop down and try to smack me in the head. I was with another field partner who was helping me do these surveys, and of course she thought this was totally hilarious because the bird was not bothering her at all. But I finally I finally made it out of there, but it was an interesting experience. And I guess when it comes right down to it, since that was the last goshawk survey I ever did, and probably ever will do, I think the universe wanted to just make sure that I had this experience before I left. So, anyway, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about these birds. They're beautiful, majestic birds. And what they do is they fly under the tree canopy. They live in really old growth forests or forests filled with big trees. And then they fly underneath the canopy and they look for birds, which is what their prey is. So they're really flying through these dense forests with lots of uh, branches and a tree canopy and flying through all these obstacles to catch their prey. And so they've got to be very precise in what they're doing and how they maneuver to be able to get through all that and find their prey. They're like you've probably gathered, they're the kind of bird that they don't take any crap from anybody. Uh, if you are near their nest, like many mother animals, they're just not gonna put up with any of that. And so they are known for that, and this one definitely lived up to their reputation. I called this piece Precision because of all the lessons that we can learn from goshawks and the way they operate. They need to be very precise to be able to maneuver and catch their prey. So here's a few other things that we can learn from goshawks. And I took this piece of art and used it in my new oracle card deck called A Message from the Animals. And so some things that we can learn from the wisdom of a goshawk is to embody the spirit of focus and precision, to learn to be adaptable and versatile in our pursuits, and to recognize opportunities, opportune moments, and act with swift decisiveness. Learn to fly under the radar when needed, and don't shy away from a fight if it is something you need to do to protect your values. Cultivate independence, drawing strength from your silent resilience. So I feel honored that I got to spend so much time around these birds. And I guess in a way, I'm thankful for my very last experience with one to really get the full impact of their precise energy as they attacked my head. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this piece of art, and I'm going to show you now how you could use it in a room. And the whole point is, if you choose to put something like this in your space, every time you see it, it can remind you of the lessons and things that you can learn from a goshawk and how to incorporate those things in your own life. So, hope you enjoy.